The cold front is here, the cooler temperatures are on the way, and we could even get some rain out of the deal. We'll get into all of it right after this. We've been talking about this cold front for a while, and it is finally here. And yes, I've seen all the comments of, hey, this one doesn't even matter. It's not going to keep us from going back to 105 degrees, or shouldn't be called a cold front. But I'll tell you, when it's going to bring us below seasonal normals from above seasonal normals, I would call that a cold front, even if it's not actually going to be 60 degrees outside. Behind me, here's where the front is right now as of the time I'm filming this, moving through the Cleburne area now, just about to move through Midlothian as well. So it continues to slowly but surely move through, and I think that it will clear Cleburne and Waxahachie probably in time I'm filming this, right about 1 o'clock, probably 2 o'clock. It'll be moved through Cleburne and Waxahachie, moving towards northern Hill County and towards the Ennis area as well. And what's happening here is both Cleburne and Waxahachie are right around 99, 100 degrees right now. That's going to be the high, because it's not going to be very long before that moves through, and you have compressional heating. So what happens is all the warm air down here gets compressed right up against the front as it's moving southeastward, and then temperatures start to drop. So we're hitting our highs right now in Cleburne and Waxahachie here, and we will warm up even more in Hillsboro and Corsicana. I think we could get up to 102, 103, 104, unfortunately, in those areas. There are excessive heat warnings for those heat index values up to 110. I'm not totally sure we'll get that high, but it's possible. So the National Weather Service has those warnings in place. So here's the highs I have in place. Waxahachie, Cleburne, 100, right around right now, probably going to be when we'll hit those, and 103 Corsicana, 102 Hillsboro. I think that's kind of a close estimation of where we will be, and I did talk previously about how the timing of the front would determine our high temperatures, and here we are, and I think that we hit 102, 103 briefly. I think we hit those right before the front comes in, moves through, those drop, and then tonight, just check it out, 70, 71 degrees. Some have us a little warmer, but I'm accounting for the fact that these are rural areas, right? We don't have the heat island effect here as much, so I do think that we cool off down to around 70. Some of us could cool into the 60s tonight. Cold front indeed. So heat alerts today, we do have heat advisories for Ellis and Johnson counties, and then I will say heat index values of up to 105. I do think we hit those again very briefly. It's pretty humid ahead of the front. That might help us with some storms. And then excessive heat warnings in Navarro and Hill counties. Again, we will get to that criteria very shortly. I don't think we hit the 105 air temperature, but the 110 heat index, we could get there briefly again with compressional heating and that humidity put into play. So that's kind of where things stand right now. Let's take a look at the short-term model it's thinking right now. This is the first frame where it has storms. So right around 5 o'clock as the front is moving through these areas, I think the front will probably be a little ahead of this actually, but this is just kind of an estimation of where storms may start out. And by 6 o'clock, I think that's probably, again, I think the front could be further south than this by that time. But from Whitney to Hillsboro to the Ennis area on over to Gun Barrel City, again, this is not saying that the storms are exactly in those locations. I'm just saying this is kind of an estimation of where it's thinking they will probably be located, but this is probably a good look at what we will be seeing. Just a few scattered thunderstorms along the front. Could be some heavier storms there. I don't think we see severe weather, but could be some stronger winds, heavy downpours, and maybe a small hailstone or two. And then, yes, the continuing progressing forward on to 7 o'clock, and then by 8 o'clock, and certainly by 9, the sun goes down, those storms lose their oomph, if you will, their heating that keeps them going, and that should help those storms to start to fall away. So if we look at the forecast here, today, yes, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Again, that 100-degree high we're hitting right now in our northern counties will be warmer in our southern counties there. And then the next 2 days, the numbers are black, they're not orange. I don't have to use the triple-digit color there. 95 Tuesday, 98 Wednesday, 70 overnight tonight. 70. I have 74 Tuesday night. I think that low temperature is going to drop. I think we're actually going to be a little bit cooler. Wednesday night, we start warming up again, and then, yes, just in time for the latter half of the week and the weekend, we are warming up. Now, it does look like next week could actually be a little bit cooler. Probably still in the triple digits, but could be closer to 101, 102, 103 instead of 105, 106, 107. And I get it, it's still hot. I know to some people, anything above 80 degrees or 90 degrees is hot. It doesn't even matter at some point where you are, but it does matter in terms of, number one, human health, and number two, just your comfort level. 106 and 105 is different from 100, 101. So I'm going to be watching next week's trends as we get through the rest of this week to see if we can continue to bring those temperatures down. But yes, we do have very hot conditions, and we won't have enough rain this evening, unfortunately, to get rid of this fire risk. So that just continues through the next several days. So stay tuned today. Right around 4, 5, 6 o'clock, we could have some showers and thunderstorms popping up, especially in our southern counties, to bring at least a little bit of rain, along with the cooler temperatures across our area. I'll bring more updates throughout the day and the evening, and tomorrow morning I cannot wait to post those current temperatures and feel that first bit, that first hint, that first suggestion of fall weather coming our way.